I don't think I'll ever tell anybody.
Really?
It's May 31st.
All right, well, you just did. May 31st.
In case you were going to give me some swag or something.
Yeah, I'm going to give you, yeah, of course I am. First of all, how do you feel?
Imagine a life where every moment is under the spotlight, where every choice is scrutinized by millions. And yet, behind the facade of fame and fortune lies a story of true, unspoken love. Welcome to the world of Clint Eastwood, Hollywood's ultimate tough guy, and a cinematic icon whose life off-screen is as compelling as his legendary roles. In today's video, we're peeling back the layers of Clint Eastwood's storied career and personal life to reveal a love story that has defied time and fame, a romance that shaped his life and left an indelible mark on his heart. From secret affairs and Hollywood scandals to enduring connections and heartfelt confessions, join us as we dive into the enigmatic journey of Clint Eastwood and discover the woman who captivated his soul. The enigmatic life of Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, a name synonymous with Hollywood greatness. Over the decades, he's been celebrated as an actor, a director, and an icon. His legacy is carved into the very fabric of American cinema. But behind the steely gaze and indomitable presence lies a man whose personal life is as complex and riveting as any role he's ever played. Born in 1930 during the Great Depression, Clint's early years were shaped by the struggles of his family, moving frequently as his father sought work. This instability planted in him a sense of independence and resilience, traits that would later define his on-screen personas. Despite his lanky appearance and initial struggles to find his footing in Hollywood, Clint's determination set him apart. His break came in 1959 with the TV show Rawhide, where he cultivated the tough, silent type that would become his signature style. Suddenly, Clint Eastwood was a household name. Rawhide wasn't just the beginning of his rise to fame. It was also where he met Roxanne Tunis, a stuntwoman and actress who would profoundly impact his life. Their relationship began in secrecy, as Clint was already married to his first wife, Margaret Neville Johnson. But Roxanne wasn't just drawn to Clint's fame. She saw the man behind the myth. Roxanne was strong, independent, and shared Clint's passion for the entertainment industry. Their affair was more than just a fleeting romance. It was a deep connection between two people who understood the pressures of Hollywood. In 1964, their relationship took on a new dimension with the birth of their daughter, Kimber. This was both a joy and a complication for Clint, who was now balancing two lives, the public one with his wife Margaret, and the private one with Roxanne and Kimber. For Clint, Roxanne was more than just a lover. She grounded him in the chaos of Hollywood. Despite the pressures and complexities of their situation, they shared a deep mutual respect and affection. However, as Clint's career skyrocketed with his role as the man with no name in Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dollars in 1964, maintaining their relationship became increasingly difficult. The demands of fame and the distance created by his constant travel took a toll, yet their bond remained strong even as they lived in two different worlds. By the early 1970s, Clint's relationship with Roxanne began to wane as his career reached new heights. New relationships and distractions emerged, leading to the end of their romantic relationship in 1973. Despite this, they remained close, co-parenting Kimber and maintaining a bond of mutual respect and affection. For Clint, Roxanne was always the one who got away. Even after many relationships and marriages, there was something about Roxanne that stayed with him. She was the woman who truly saw him for who he was, beyond the Hollywood star. Decades later, at the age of 93, Clint has finally confessed that Roxanne was the true love of his life. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Clint recently opened up about his feelings for Roxanne, with a sense of nostalgia and regret. This confession has surprised many, but for those who knew Clint well, it's not entirely unexpected. Roxanne was the woman who stood by him when the world was just beginning to discover who Clint Eastwood really was. As Clint reflects on his incredible career and the choices he's made, it's clear that his relationship with Roxanne was a defining part of his life. Their daughter Kimber has followed in her parents' footsteps, carving out her own path in the entertainment industry. She is a living testament to the deep connection between Clint and Roxanne, a connection that remains a significant part of Clint's life story. Now, as Clint Eastwood continues to work on his latest and perhaps final film, Juror Number 2, it's clear that he's reflecting on his life, his career, and the love he found and lost along the way. And in these reflections, Roxanne Tunis stands out as the one woman who truly captured his heart, a heart that, despite all the fame and fortune, was always searching for something real. The rise of a Hollywood legend and the women who shaped his life. By the mid-1960s, Clint Eastwood was no longer just Rowdy Yates from Rawhide. He had evolved into a global sensation thanks to his unforgettable role as the man with no name in Sergio Leone's groundbreaking Dollars trilogy. This trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, redefined the Western genre and transformed Clint into an international icon practically overnight. Each film brought its own unique flavor, from the gritty, almost mythic storytelling of A Fistful of Dollars to the epic, sweeping landscapes and intricate character dynamics of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The road to this meteoric rise wasn't paved with gold. Starring in an Italian-made Western, often referred to as a spaghetti Western, was considered a gamble. These films, derided by many as cheap knockoffs of traditional Westerns, were not the first choice for established Hollywood actors. Yet, Clint saw a unique vision in Leone's work, an audacious, raw energy that resoned with his own burgeoning style. His decision to embrace the role was both daring and prescient. Leone's unconventional approach to filmmaking, with its emphasis on stark visuals and sparse dialogue, meshed perfectly with Clint's minimalist acting style, marking a radical departure from the traditional Western hero. The success of the Dollars trilogy launched Clint into the upper echelons of Hollywood stardom. He became a fixture in the global spotlight, with opportunities and offers flooding in from every corner of the film industry. The newfound fame brought its own set of challenges: relentless work schedules, a whirlwind of travel, and the relentless scrutiny of public life. Each premiere and film set became another stage in a grueling, high-stakes performance where Clint had to juggle his public persona with his private life. Clint's marriage to Maggie Johnson, which had seemed so promising in 1953, was increasingly strained by his affair with Roxanne Tunis. Maggie, who had supported Clint through the tumultuous early years of his career, found herself navigating the complexities of his rising fame. Their family life, which included their two children, Kyle, born in 1968, and Allison, born in 1972, was overshadowed by Clint's burgeoning career and the inevitable pressures that came with it. Despite Maggie's attempts to maintain a stable home life, the cracks in their marriage widened as Clint's infidelities became more apparent. The allure of Hollywood, with its temptations and distractions, proved too great for Clint to ignore, leading to a series of affairs that further strained his relationship with Maggie. Amidst the tumult of his professional and personal life, Roxanne Tunis remained a steadfast presence. Even after their romantic relationship ended, Clint and Roxanne continued to share a deep bond. They co-parented their daughter Kimber, maintaining a friendship characterized by mutual respect and understanding. Their relationship evolved from romance to a platonic, yet profoundly supportive connection, demonstrating the depth of their shared history and commitment to each other. In 1975, Clint's life took another dramatic turn with the beginning of his relationship with actress Sandra Locke. Their meeting on the set of The Outlaw Josie Wales sparked an immediate and undeniable chemistry. Sandra, known for her striking beauty and sharp intellect, seemed to complement Clint perfectly. Their relationship, which spanned over a decade, was one of Hollywood's most talked-about pairings. Sandra not only starred in several of Clint's films, but also became a central figure in his personal life. However, their relationship was not without complications. Sandra was still legally married to her husband, Gordon Anderson, and Clint's ongoing infidelities continued to strain their bond. Despite their deep connection and the intense passion they shared, the pressures of their individual careers and personal issues eventually took their toll. Their relationship, once vibrant and dynamic, eventually unraveled, culminating in a bitter and public breakup in 1989. Clint Eastwood's public persona as a tough, unflappable cowboy belied the complexities of his personal life. The fame that granted him success and adoration also isolated him, leading to a series of relationships that, despite their intensity, left him searching for something more profound. The public's fascination with Clint's love life and the speculation surrounding his various relationships overshadowed the genuine struggle he faced in finding lasting love. Throughout the highs and lows of his personal life, Clint found himself repeatedly drawn back to Roxanne Tunis. Even as he entered into other relationships, Roxanne remained a constant, reliable presence. Their connection, rooted in a shared history and mutual respect, persisted despite the changing dynamics of Clint's life. As Clint entered his later years, he began to reflect more openly on his past. At 93, he publicly acknowledged Roxanne as the true love of his life, the one who understood him beyond the fame and the roles he played. This revelation, while surprising to some, was a poignant reflection of a life lived under the intense scrutiny of the public eye. As Clint Eastwood prepares to conclude his illustrious career with his latest project, Juror Number 2, his reflections on his life and relationships underscore a deep, enduring connection to Roxanne. In a world where Hollywood relationships often appear fleeting and superficial, Clint's bond with Roxanne remains a testament to the enduring power of true love, a love that has survived the pressures of fame, the passage of time, and the end of a romantic relationship, a love that endured through time. Clint Eastwood's legacy stands as one of the most enduring and influential in Hollywood history. As he nears the end of his remarkable journey at 93 years old, Clint Eastwood, a figure renowned for his steely demeanor, unflinching resolve, and iconic roles, has found himself pondering a deeply personal question. Who was the true love of his life? Throughout the late 1960s and 1970s, Clint Eastwood's rise to fame was nothing short of meteoric. He transitioned from the rugged Rowdy Yates to the globally recognized Man with No Name, a role that catapulted him into the stratosphere of Hollywood stardom. His performances in Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, including A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, redefined the Western genre and established him as a force to be reckoned with. The world watched in awe as Clint became a cultural icon, embodying the archetype of the tough, enigmatic hero. Yet behind the facade of fame and success was a man wrestling with the tumult of his personal life. Clint's marriage to Maggie Johnson, which had begun with promise in 1953, started to crumble under the strain of his burgeoning career and infidelities. As his star rose, so did the complexities of his personal relationships. The allure of Hollywood's glittering lifestyle, coupled with Clint's own wandering eye, led to a series of high-profile relationships and affairs. These entanglements often overshadowed his genuine search for connection and understanding. Amidst this whirlwind of romantic entanglements and the pressures of superstardom, one woman remained a constant, quietly influential presence in Clint's life: Roxanne Tunis. Their affair began in the 1960s, a time when Clint was still finding his footing both as an actor and as a man. Roxanne, a talented stuntwoman and actress, was unlike anyone else Clint had been involved with. She was not drawn to the allure of fame or the trappings of Hollywood. Rather, she sought a genuine connection with the man behind the larger-than-life persona. Roxanne's influence in Clint's life was profound. During a period when he was navigating the treacherous waters of fame and public scrutiny, Roxanne provided a sense of stability and authenticity. Their relationship, though fraught with its own challenges, was built on a deep mutual respect and understanding. Roxanne saw Clint for who he was, beyond the Hollywood myth, and provided a sanctuary of genuine affection in the midst of the glamour and chaos. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, Roxanne remained a significant figure in Clint's life. Their daughter, Kimber, was a living testament to their bond. As co-parents, Clint and Roxanne continued to support each other, demonstrating a commitment to their child that transcended the complexities of their personal history. Roxanne's presence in Clint's life was a steadying force, a source of comfort and understanding that was increasingly rare in the world of fame. As the years passed and Clint's personal life continued to make headlines, it became increasingly clear that something profound was missing. Despite his extraordinary achievements and accolades, Clint felt a lingering sense of emptiness. His later relationships, though significant in their own right, never matched the depth of connection he had experienced with Roxanne. In interviews and private conversations, Clint began to reflect more openly about his past, often speaking of Roxanne with a blend of nostalgia and regret. He recognized that despite his many relationships and successes, none had understood him as deeply as Roxanne had. Clint's public confession about Roxanne was both surprising and poignant. For a man who had built a career on portraying tough, emotionally detached characters, this admission offered a rare and revealing glimpse into his true self. It showed a man who, despite his immense success, yearned for the kind of genuine love and connection that he had found with Roxanne. Her impact on his life was a testament to a love that was pure, untainted by the superficiality of fame and fortune. As Clint Eastwood entered his 90s, he began to reflect more deeply on his legacy. His accomplishments in film were impressive: Oscar-winning director, celebrated actor, and a lasting influence on Hollywood. Yet, when he looked back, it was not just the accolades that resonated with him. It was the relationships and people who had shaped his life. Roxanne Tunis stood out as a central figure in this reflection, representing a love that might have been and a path not taken. Clint's legacy, therefore, is not only about the films he made or the characters he portrayed, but also about the personal choices he made and the loves he experienced. His confession about Roxanne Tunis at 93 years old was a moment of profound vulnerability. It underscored the enduring power of true connection, illustrating that even the most successful lives are marked by moments of longing and reflection. Clint Eastwood's story is one of triumph triumph, but also of introspection. It serves as a powerful reminder that no matter how high we climb or how many goals we achieve, it is the people we love and who love us in return that leave the most enduring impact. For Clint, Roxanne was that person, a woman who loved him for who he was, not just for the roles he played or the fame he achieved. As he looks back on his life, it's clear that Roxanne Tunis was the one who mattered most, a symbol of a love that remained steadfast and true amidst the ever-changing landscape of Hollywood. Clint Eastwood's confession about Roxanne Tunis wasn't merely an acknowledgement of past love. It was a testament to the timeless and enduring nature of true connection. It highlighted the simple yet profound truth that, in the end, love is the only thing that truly lasts. For Clint Eastwood, Roxanne Tunis was not just a chapter in his life story, but the embodiment of a love that transcended time and circumstance. A love that, despite all the fame and fortune, was the one thing that truly mattered. As the curtains close on our exploration of Clint Eastwood's life, it's clear that his legacy extends far beyond the dazzling lights of Hollywood and the accolades of a storied career. Clint's journey is a testament to the complexities of the human experience, one marked not just by the roles he played or the awards he won, but by the profound personal connections that shaped him. In his twilight years, Clint has navigated the corridors of fame with the same resilience and introspection that characterized his most memorable characters. His reflections reveal a man who, despite achieving extraordinary success, has always sought something deeper: authentic connection, genuine love, and a sense of personal fulfillment. The narrative of Clint Eastwood's life is more than a series of cinematic milestones. It is a rich tapestry woven with threads of personal growth, relationships, and the quiet struggles that lie behind the public persona. His acknowledgement of Roxanne Tunis as the enduring love of his life is a poignant reminder of the intimate battles and heartfelt connections that often remain unseen. Clint's story encourages us to consider our own legacies and the marks we leave on the lives of others. It's a call to recognize the relationships that define us, the loves that persist through time, and the personal choices that shape our journey. His life underscores the idea that the most lasting impact comes not from fame or fortune, but from the genuine connections we forge with those we hold dear. As we reflect on Clint Eastwood's enduring influence, it's worth pondering how we too can create a legacy that goes beyond mere accomplishments. What are the values and relationships that will define our own stories? How will we be remembered by those we love and those we impact? Clint's legacy, as we've discovered, is a reminder of the power of authenticity, the significance of enduring love, and the importance of living a life true to oneself. His journey offers inspiration for us all to seek out those connections that truly matter, to cherish the relationships that bring meaning to our lives, and to embrace the legacy we wish to leave behind. If you enjoyed delving into the personal journey of one of Hollywood's most legendary figures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of our deep dives into the lives of iconic stars. Clint Eastwood's story is a powerful reminder that even the most celebrated careers are shaped by personal experiences and relationships that define who we are beyond the spotlight. Want more exclusive content and behind-the-scenes stories about your favorite stars? Join our community by commenting below with your thoughts on Clint Eastwood's enduring legacy and who you'd like us to explore next. And remember, true connection and love often lie beyond the surface.